So, Shedeur Sanders' performance not only uplifted Boulder and Colorado's football team, it didn't only uplift football fans or primetime fans, aka Coach Deion Sanders. What Shedeur Sanders just did, it sent the ecmic of skyrocketing moves. What Shedeur just did, man, in the NIL deals, that one performance just upped him $2.3 million more on top of what he already had for the NIL deals. If you don't know what I'm saying is, the number one football player topping the NIL deals right now is Shedeur Sanders. He is making $3.9 million right now. Shout out to Rich Eisen. Y'all go subscribe to the Rich Eisen show. I'm a big fan of his. But I've seen a lot of people telling me the likes of Ark Manning and so much others are going to pass him because Shedeur Sanders should be grateful for even being in the top 10 list. Shedeur Sanders is an HBCU quarterback that's been given everything by his Hall of Fame dad, Deion Sanders. I've been hearing a lot of naysayers say X, Y, and Z. It feels good, man, to see a kid get what he deserves with his talent. And then he got congratulated by the likes of Tom Brady. Tom Brady came out the woodwork to congratulate him and let the people know this is the kid that's going to be the top player in the draft. Not only that, man, what I like about Shedeur that seems humble, when he scored all these touchdowns and passed for over 500 yards, to have Tom Brady text you, stay humble and don't be satisfied with this win only. Bro, your dad is a mentor and he's a Hall of Famer. You have a soon-to-be Hall of Famer, first ballot Hall of Famer in the likes of Tom Brady, the great Tom Brady, that is. TB12 as your other tutor. He's been tutoring Shedeur Sanders for like 3.5 years now. I remember when Deion Sanders made that happen. This was the best duo friendship you could get because a lot of dudes like Shedeur Sanders, when they have talent like that coming from their backgrounds, they kind of feel entitled. They kind of feel like everything is going to be given to them. They don't work as much, as harder as they should, especially when Shedeur had the show on Overtime Elite. Just everything seemed like it was being given to him. You feel me? So when I see Tom Brady, man, Tom Brady is that... I don't want to curse. Tom Brady is that man for real, man. You better know it. Tom Brady is that man for real, for real. He could be doing a whole lot of things, but he's over here guiding this young man, guiding him to success. And you don't hear a lot of the pundits speaking about it. I think I heard Stephen A spoke about it for a little bit, but you don't really hear anybody talking about it. If Tom Brady was anybody else's mentor and he was giving them this type of feedback, you would see all these analysts who are hating on Colorado football and Deion Sanders right now, they would be gloviating, talking about it. It would be headlines. But because it's Shedeur Sanders, people have to eat their own words. And eating your own words make you feel uncomfortable. It's distasteful to just give somebody credit. But I guess because how he looks, you already know the rest is history. But I'm not making one of these videos where I'm going in on certain individuals. I'm just proud, man. I'm proud to see this man excel. And we know Travis Hunter gained a lot of notoriety and NIL as well. But people see the real deal with Shedeur. With Travis, you might have a little bit here and there to nitpick. But with Shedeur, man, you do see an NFL player. I think we've seen the NFL player in him during the fourth quarter of his last high school game, how he tried to galvanize the troops and he was making everybody be quiet and he took accountability. That's the first trait in being a proper NFL quarterback, but that's not all it takes to be an NFL quarterback. You need the talent and you need the mental mindset. We see with every other quarterback, they love to bring up IQ and all this hoopla, but with guys like Shedeur Sanders, they always, question us. We only know how to do the first read, but we don't know how to, go through the progressions after that. All the same talking stereotypical things that's outdated now because it's been debunked over a decade, if not 2 decades ago. And yet the same talking points towards quarterbacks who look like Shedeur, it still exists. And it's lazy analysis, it's lazy scouting. And it makes you question certain men who don't look like us. Do I trust their scouting evaluations? Because there's a lot of pre-biasness in there. For that man to gain $2-something million in one game alone, I can't imagine what it's going to look like when he gets that victory over Nebraska. And I'm going to raise my hand and say, Nebraska's not a pushover team. I know they just lost to Minnesota. That was a great escapade of defensive prowess. I'm going to give Coach Matt Rule his props, even though he doesn't give props to guys like Deion Sanders. I'm going to give him his props because I'm not a biased football fan. I love football no matter who's playing. My enemy who can hate how I look could be playing, but if they got the top team, that's the team I'm going to feel that's going to win, and I want to see you bring that energy. But Nebraska is no pushover, man. I want you guys who love Deion Sanders, who love the Colorado Buffalo team, to understand that if Deion Sanders and the Colorado football team shall lose to Nebraska, I'm not going to hate on them. I will critique them because any team should get critiqued during a loss. But I understand it because they're playing against great opponents. Even though ESPN, the watered-down company, is not giving them their credit, they're playing absolutely balls out great football against tremendously well-coached teams such as Nebraska. I don't know what Foster did before Matt came over there, but Matt is a hell of a coach. I personally feel Matt didn't get a good end of the stick when he was in the NFL coaching Carolina Panthers because they got that owner who don't know how to stay in his place. So he kind of put Matt Rule in a puppet position. See, unlike Matt Rule, I like giving people their flowers and credit regardless of how I feel about the person's character. And that you got to look past that, look at your pre-biasness and just call it as it is. It's going to be two great football coaches. You got one, Deion Sanders, a leader of men and women. You got one, Matt Rule, who knows how to take a program that was nothing and turn it into something. Yeah, I'm going to give credit. It's the amazing work he did at Temple, the amazing work he did at Baylor. But let's see, when these two monsters face each other, let's see who will come in a victorious position and become triumphant. You know what I mean? But, man, it feels great, man. Shedeur had a lot of naysayers, had a lot of backlash for saying certain comments, which was not even backlash worthy. It's just because who was saying those comments, which is Shedeur and how he looks like. It makes people uneasy. It doesn't sit well with certain people. They don't like the flashiness, how he had. Remember, Shedeur Sanders threw for over 500 yards with a thick gold chain around his neck, almost like his dad, when his dad had that music video, "Must Be the Money." Must be the money, bro. That was a lit moment in football history when Deion came with that music video. I didn't even have cable TV, but one of my best friends growing up, Jason, who lived next door to us, his dad had satellite cable. And I remember that came on, the Must Be the Money. I was like, Prime got a music video, and it had a lot. I think if it would have been on YouTube today during that time, it probably would have had 30 million views, man. A man that's outstanding in baseball and football and now coaching, what else would Primetime be good at if he put his mind into it? We need to have the same mindset like the likes of those men over there in Boulder. Colorado got a great day coming up. Game day is going to be over there. Let's focus less on the naysayers and focus more on the positive that we've been seeing from this Colorado Buffalo football team. Look, I'm DJ Bless One. Love your family, love your kids, and definitely, most definitely, stay blessed. And always about the money.